Welcome to the channel. This is Clarity Empress, the Empress of Clarity, here to bring you another collective energy reading. I hope everybody is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you ring that bell so you're notified anytime I come on. So we just had some technical difficulties with sound, and I just figured out what it was, but I still don't know what it is. So my phone linked up to some type of Bluetooth device that I don't have open right now. So I really don't know why. So if we have any more audio issues, let me know. But I don't even see what the hell that was. I don't know. Not really sure. But yeah, so let me know if you have any problems hearing me. We're going to start the live off with a quick one for that dude. Give me a hi, let me know, and then I will begin. And make sure you let me know if you can hear me. Okay? So, once again, can you hear me? Yes or no? Let me know if y'all can hear or something. Say something, do something. After technical difficulties, I need some confirmation so that I got your heart alight. Alright, so when you like, share, and subscribe, make sure you... Alright, so I hope I can remember what I was saying, but self-worth was the first card that came out for you, Ralph. And damn, let me regroup. When I saw self-worth, it was giving your energy that you have pulled back your energy to focus on yourself. When you have self-worth, things do fall out of your life, because your self-worth will help you acknowledge what is working for you and not working for you, or working against you, however you want to look at it. I saw shadow work here. So shadow work is also giving you working on your triggers, working on the things, not trying to repeat old patterns, old paradigms, like focusing on improving your life, but incorporating what you already know in who you already are, right? Not like you have to change yourself drastically, unless you feel you have to, but it's more about integration. How do I feel about me? What's the best parts of me? We have shadow work. I'm sorry, the tribe here. When I see the tribe, it's more of that blood is thicker than water, because if you know what that true saying means, it was blood is thicker than water because water is the represents the womb, and the blood is a blood pack. You know how kids used to do the little Indian prick and then share blood with people. That's what blood is thicker than water means, because it's your chosen people. Okay, and then with recognition here, it might have been a challenge and a little bit of a lesson to recognize true love, which I feel is very appropriate for tonight's downloaded message. But and then summer is significant because it's now. You know, where we are in the world, summer is happening as we speak. However, if you notice up above, the overall energy is some regret. So I feel like where the self-worth and the shadow work comes is you may have some regrets. Maybe not about your person, or she may also have some regrets, not about you, about other circumstances and people in your life. Um, Maybe that has been something that's fueling you right now, and that the direction that you're taking with your life, um, not wanting to regret your decisions with people, circumstances with people, whatever. It's something about regret. And I was saying earlier that I wanted to clarify that for you, because the energy overall is pretty good. So regrets means it's probably those things that you had to leave behind, things that you didn't want to let go of, but you have to let go, especially for a new beginning with somebody else. You got to release what, that's no longer serving you. Tell me about this self-worth, spirit. Yeah, you went through you recently went through a dark night of the soul. And it might not have been like, I feel like we cycle in and out of those. When we have disappointments, we go a little dark for a minute. We do the shadow work if we're actually working on ourselves, and the things that are on our mind that plague us, we work through them. That's what our self-worth helps us do. So you may have recently gone through a period of time where your self-worth had to get you through your dark night of the soul. Again, I don't think it was a long one, but it was a period of time, okay? Short or long, it's a period of time. And it's in the past energy. Tell me about this shadow work. Yeah, because you done came to a lot of conclusions in your life. Who to let go, what to let go, when to let go. You have conclusions. That's what your shadow work has helped you come up with, understand, and or formulate. Now, I feel like this person is part of your chosen tribe, your connections, the people you choose over the people that you were born into, or the friend groups that you've had for a long time. This is a chosen tribe, like going to feel a vibe of family, a family, family and friend type thing. As you can see, it's like I said, birds of a feather. This is three elephants. They all link up, and then we have inner child. Your inner child is recognizing this person, this young lady. Your inner child is no. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Clarifying the tribe. Your inner child. Okay. This connection does spark a lot for you. It kind of welcomes your inner child, so to speak. Like minds, I'm getting connections, soulmate. Like y'all known each other for a long time. Feels natural. Tell me more. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, metamorphosis. You going through a change. This is your change. This is your metamorphosis. This is how you blossom. This is how you bloom. You're releasing things that don't serve you, like I said, with conclusions here, and you're recognizing what does. Tell me about summer, spirit. And you're reinventing yourself. So you're taking on a challenge in your life where you've gone through a dark night of the soul. Your self-worth has improved. You're willing to end things with people, places, and things that do not serve you. Your shadow work is intact, meaning you are paying attention to your own patterns. Remember, we talked about your attachment style. Oh, that's what got it. Bottom of the deck is sitting here staring at me, so I had to pick it up. Observer. So you got people. I'm not surprised, and neither will you. So there are people who have been watching you, regretting the way that they treated you. You have people that realize that they missed an opportunity with you, that they may never ever get back, that they could have treated you better, done better, cared more, given you more consideration. And I don't know if you saw the quote. I think you saw the quote. What I said was the sincerest form of love is consideration. Spirit said you've been lacking that, but now with your self-worth intact, or you focusing more on your self-worth, you are now giving yourself the consideration that others did not. And then, like I said, when your self-worth is intact, you start to let go. It almost like you have losses, but it's not a loss. It's like you're letting go what just didn't work, who did not really appreciate you, giving yourself a shot, a chance to heal from the pull of all those people that did not deserve your energy. Um, I feel like you finally recognize someone, and it's very different because with recognition here and metamorphosis here, it's also a challenge for you to see it that way, because maybe this person is not your typical type. It took you by surprise. You didn't you didn't recognize. They had to say what they needed to say, but you did not recognize this person. That's why it's in a challenge and a lesson. But all the while, they've been tried. This person is tried. This person is your chosen type people, to be around, to hang with, to build with, that kind of thing. And then we got summer and reinvention. So you can come out of this summer a new person. Like, you're not going to recognize yourself because of all the things that you're casting out of your life. Meanwhile, you got somebody or somebody's in your background kind of haunting you, trying to stalk you online, trying to see what you're doing, looking at your social media, psychoanalyzing it. But this person is very much aware that they have missed an opportunity and they are in regret. Maybe they thought you would hang around for good. Maybe they thought you'd always be there. There's a lot of that going around, especially with this Mercury retrograde. People come back with the assumption that they can come back. They come back thinking that you were just waiting on them to show up. Um, some people come back knowing that whether you were going to show up or not, you still are a missed opportunity, in the sense that if they had treated you better, done better by you, worked with you, or whatever the case may be, their life would be in a different position. I mean, you are a catch, whether it's your friend or intimate relationship, family. People know your value. You just had to know your value. And you have to recognize that consideration matters. Like, if you're always given into a situation and you don't get anything out, you get depleted. Because what am I doing this for if we aren't benefiting? You know what I'm saying? And when people don't put the effort in to benefit you as well, well, that tends to deplete you. And that's in general. Tell me how if that resonates with you. But I feel like I'm hearing Boys to Men. If I ever fall in love again, be sure to make this lady a friend. I don't know if that's you or somebody thinking about you. I don't feel like your person in particular that we are considering right now is any regret energy with you. Okay, maybe unless y'all have a past and things didn't go right, and this person is a resurfaced individual. I don't know. All I know is I'm not strongly getting that they are the ones in regret. I'm feeling like that is outside of you. Somebody you walked away from is now regret. And again, it could be somebody's. It doesn't have to be one. Okay? But there's somebody feeling regretful in your energy. Are you able to okay. Me too. Um, are you able to respond on this live? Just say whether it resonates or not. Let me know I'm not talking to myself, since this is your reading. All right, and then I can move on. But you coming out of this situation, you're gonna be a different person. Hmm. The action that you've been taking, the patience that you've had. Yeah. But I need an answer. Somebody say something. You hit like and I appreciate it. But I need to know if folks can hear me. Since I have a Bluetooth popping up on my phone. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Okay. All right. I don't know where my chat is. Hmm. Okay. Y'all, I can't see nothing. If you're typing on here, I can't see nothing, so I'm gonna just move on with the live. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know what's going on. What does this mean? Lighting on. Okay. What the hell is the problem? Here, so if you responding, you can see. If you can see me, I don't know what's going on this Mercury retrograde, y'all. I had a Bluetooth connected to my phone that is not my typical earbuds. I don't know what that was. I don't know why it interrupted all of a sudden. I'm not near anything that I can tell in here. I didn't turn anything on. And now people are responding, but I can't see anything. So the only thing I can do is move on to the collective for now because I can't keep interrupting the live to respond to text. I'll just follow up. I don't know what the problem is. So hang in there with me. You maybe, hopefully you can see yourself, but I can't see you. Now I'm moving on. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. The truest form of love is consideration. So stop chasing what you believe is love, right? Because that's not it. It's not about chasing love. Somebody has to consider you, right? So think about consideration. What does consideration look like? Consideration looks like you are in a grocery store and not only are you buying your groceries, but you consider that your partner has a certain snack fetish they go to lunch with. They like to eat that particular snack. You go with that snack, you get it for your partner. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you're consistent with it. So, if your job is the grocery shopping and some of the cooking in the house, if that's your thing, you consider what your partner might like. You think about them and you act on that consideration. That's just one version of consideration. Another part of consideration is how a person feels or how you make them feel, right? Maybe you're too judgmental. Maybe you nitpick. I don't know. But it drives your person up a wall or makes them feel inadequate or some way. And they express it to you. Consideration is changing your behavior and saying, you know what, I am sorry, I apologize. And then doing better because you're considerate. Or before you say something that might be somehow offensive to your person, you consider how they may feel about what you say. Like you really consider what you say and how it could be interpreted with the intention not to harm, right? That's consideration. Consideration also looks like when it comes to your partner versus your parent, right? That if this is your spouse, you put your spouse first, right? Doesn't mean your parent is last. It's just the order of things is you focus on your household, and your parent has to respect your household as well. Now, if there's an issue and somebody being disrespectful to one another, then you work it out. But if it's more like your parent wants you to buy, I don't know, red onions, but your partner prefers white onions, and your parent don't live in your house and don't cook your food, and you don't like, it's like respect and consideration to what goes on in your house, no matter how small, how petty it might be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many ways you can show consideration to somebody you claim to love. And when a person receives consideration, they feel loved. Some more contemplation. So somebody got a lot on their mind, and that's true. I mean, who don't? Honestly, if you ain't got a lot on your mind, you are blessed. You are blessed to not have stress. But right now, lots of folks are in contemplating energy. Like, what do I do next? Where do I go next? What do I rent next? What job do I need? What clothes am I gonna wear tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of consideration. Let's see where this is going, spirit. Oh, third party. So somebody's contemplating their third party situation. Somebody is trying to balance their life and they're trying to figure out how to do that. But this third party got somebody bound. They feel stuck in a connection with somebody, but they want to be somewhere else. Tell me more. Yep. But the problem is their self-worth is not intact. That's the challenge in the lesson. This person could, the decision that they are weighing in on, considering deeply, is a easy decision if they consider their self-worth, meaning if they consider what works for them. Okay? Not what the other person wants, but what's best for them. So whoever's in this contemplative energy, if they consider themselves and what works for them, it becomes an easy decision. But when you are weighing how somebody else feels to the point where, you know, you feel so bound, obligated, but unhappy with them, that's when you struggle with your self-worth. Tell me more. Somebody feels stuck with this third-party situation, bottom of the deck. Yeah, because they recognize somebody else that they truly love, but yet they're with somebody that makes them feel obligated, who's in that devil energy that's keeping them bound to them, probably through guilt and shame and neediness and who knows what. It's some sort of situation where a person feels very stuck, and the only way out is their self-worth, right? Believing in themselves. I'll give you a short story. So one of my youth, who is technically an adult, I'll put it that way, but they're youth to me, called me up to tell me that the relationship they had for about a month, you know, dissipated when the person said, I don't feel a spark. You know, I'm looking for a soulmate. I'm really not feeling it. And I said, okay. And she was like, that's what somebody else said. My family member said. And I said, okay, but I just knew that wasn't the whole story, you know. And what this young man did was trying to get this young lady in her head, which he succeeded to a degree, but not enough for her to chase him. Just question, like, where did that come from? Everything seemed fine, and then poof, you don't want to be bothered. All of a sudden, you're unfollowing. Like, what is that about, right? So, my personal advice to her was, all right, cut him off then. You know what I'm saying? Don't call them no more. Block them if you feel like you need to. But leave them alone. Don't say nothing to him. Don't ask him no questions. He said what he said. He meant it. Don't let him tell you twice. He don't want you. Period. But what I found out more in the conversation is this person, like I said, was trying to put her in her head, asking her if she had more to say, if she had any questions for him. Um, we might link up at or we might run into each other at this family function I've been invited to. Is that okay with you? And her response was like, you do what you want. Honestly, though, I feel like she should have been cut it off. There wouldn't have been no discussion about that. But she learned. She learned. This person had no consideration, did not give the relationship a chance, was not concerned about considering her, probably moved on to somebody else. Recognition. Now, did that leave her stuck? Yeah. Stuck with some emotions? Yeah. But it's a month. They'll go away. Somebody's in contemplation over a third party. Now, this man could have been in a third party situation, but he ended it with her. I feel, though, all she had to do is pull into her self-worth, and then she could release him easily, right? But whoever this is contemplating how are they going to manage a third party, meaning they want somebody completely different. That's who they want to be with. That's who makes their heart sing, gives them joy, gives them peace, gives them love. And then here, this third party is given like a trauma bond, especially with bound and stuck. They're trauma bonded to somebody who probably is stressing this person out completely. You know what I'm saying? They could be very needy, very codependent on this person. Well, they are codependent with this bound. And they also damage this person's self-worth by the way they handle them and stuff like that. Let me see. Oh, shoot. Tell me about this contemplative energy this person is in. They thinking about. Yeah, they want a fresh start. Somebody want to get unstuck. This is what's on their mind. How do I release myself from this obligated energy with this third party? How do I get unhooked from them? They want to know. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, they want to return. Also, I feel like the third party keeps trying to so they yo-yo, they like go back and forth with the third party. It just reminds me of a situation in high school where there was a couple I knew that they would break up, and then one would move on, and so the other one would find out, and when they found out, they would go back into that person's life, mess up that other relationship, only for them to start to beef and break up again. So I feel like somebody's in a cycle where they go back and they go back and forth with some third party that's been in their life for a while, that they feel some type of longevity and trauma bond with. All right, so this is somebody they have history with. Tell me more. Yeah, and that person has a lot of pride and ego. This person could be very narcissistic, need a lot of outside validation, not really care who they impact, who they affect. It's all about them. I get conceited energy. Somebody's very boastful, braggadocious type of person. Always trying to show off. I don't know if that's your person in their third party or just the third party. Tell me more, Spirit. you. This person needs some inspiration to let go, to move on. I think they have it through you, but it's still a challenge because they're very trauma bonded. So this person is addicted to whatever goes on in the situation with the third party. They may not see it as addiction, but if you're constantly bouncing back and forth with somebody, that's an addiction because you can't let go. Tell me more. Yeah, vibrations. This person would like to raise their vibration, but again, they're in some really murky energy. You know, something is keeping them depraved. They can't really seem to step out of that energy. What's the bottom of the deck? Yeah, they've been settling. You know, they recognize who they truly love, but they've been settling with the person that's got them in this third party situation, that's got them stuck. This person, no matter how much they want to move on, they end up going right back where they were. Like they just go back, go back, go back. It's like routine, or feels like a ritual. It's just, this is what I do when I get up in the morning. I don't care how mad I am. I do this, and that. Then I go off to work, and then I do this, and that. When I come home, I'm coming home. I'm going right back to the misery. You know, so that's where this person is stuck. But Spirit said they need to raise their vibration. And I'm not sure if it's getting raised or not, but somebody needs to raise their vibration, which is really breaking away from the pack. When you raise your vibration, you no longer are attracted to the same things that gave you that high, gave you that addiction. You move on because you fulfill that need. Whatever they need that they fulfill, you're over and you're out. Is you're done. I don't get somebody is being done yet. I feel like they feel stuck at the same time they're trying to raise their vibration, which never really works out well. This person is, in order to, I don't know, be in that independent energy or release themselves, right, do what's necessary to pull their energy back, then they're going to have to, let this person go. They're really just, they can't hold on to a third party. They can't love the person they want to love and hold on to the past. It just, you know what I'm saying? Something got to be given up. Something has to be sacrificed. Tell me more. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. The energetic donation to the channel helps the channel grow, and it is much appreciated. Thank you for being here. We got intensity. What's growing in intensity is this person's desire to have a fresh start with you and to move on. They're feeling more fearless in the past energy, like they've gained some momentum and they're less fearful of a new beginning with you. I'm hearing you have a life worth living with this person, so tell me more. Yep. They can create with you. They can move like obstacles with you. You have their back. So this person, if they're going to be codependent in this situation, it would be better off with you. But it's a I'm sorry. Let me fix that. It is a interdependency when it comes to you. But whoever the third party is, it's a codependency. That's why this person is always bouncing back in the same location, the same situation. Tell me more. So again, the truest form of love is consideration and trust, y'all. Look at trust. So this person at some point in time freely trusted a braggadocious devil type energy. Whatever the braggadocious person did to assure something for this person, they didn't, I don't want to say meet their mark, but they did not live up to expectations, okay, at all. Tell me more, Spirit. Self-worth and views. Yeah. This person need to get their mind right. They need to get their mind right. This is the Ace of Swords, but consciousness, they need to change the way they think. Can you all get out? Moosh, call them. Call them. Call him. Shut the door for me. Thank you. At least they listen to you. All right, so this person need to get their mind right. They can't get it right with this third party that's just holding on to them. Somebody's holding on to them for dear life. And it's got a lot to do with codependency. It's also control, rooted in control. Like somebody likes what they can do with this person, okay? Maybe they pay all the bills, but they're needy for this person. Could be needy for their energy. Tell me more. But they're going through karma. Their karma is tearing this whole relationship situation apart. So even though they were stuck with this person, it's being broken and torn asunder. Like they are no longer able to keep going back. They're no longer able to have sound housing or something like that. It's not working out at all. It's not working out at all. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, comparison. And so this person who settled for somebody else is comparing that person they settled for you. They're looking at that person like, I mean, they got this quality, but you have da-da-da-da-da. Like, so this person is always trying to balance the situation that they got going on with you in mind. But Spirit is saying with the Tower card, there will be no balance. Once that Thunderbird breaks up that situation, it's a wrap. There's no going back to it. It can't be like the same. It can't be the same. No matter how bad this person might want it to be, it's a wrap. You gotta take that how it resonates too. But the Sword of Consciousness, the Sword of Justice is here. And Spirit is kind of like, what I'm getting is like cheering somebody on in their health, in their self-worth journey. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more. Yeah, somebody wants to regain control of their life. Also, somebody could be under judgment. Yeah. There's somebody is conflicted, you know, and I really just feel like there's some type of delusional spell, so to speak, or just delulu energy where they are at odds with themselves. They are at odds with others. Somebody's in a competition. They try to put somebody else in. Something like that. Tell me more. I mean, with third party, somebody might be acting like, your person might be acting like the third party's better than you or vice versa. They're trying to find peace and they're trying. I don't say they're doing it, but they're trying to overcome addictions. Trying to, the Spirit said not overstay their welcome either. Tell me more. Yeah, receptivity, this is you. You are somebody's muse. You help them with their confidence level. And likely outcome. This Tower. They working on it. 8 of coins. It's nothing to see here, kiddos. Just one person working on whatever they need to work on. Um, things might feel a little mundane, but everything is by design. Something is in divine timing. Something's being broken down only for you to be able to rebuild better, stronger. Yeah, possibilities. There's so much that can be done once you're stripped of all the nonsense, once you're stripped of all the codependency. You take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, I get it. Don't take it. Um, I'm about to leave it at that. Let me get some Akashic record and we done. Somebody's building up their self-worth, which is good. But Spirit said they also need to build up your trust, right? Spirit said if there was somebody in your life that took you through it that was, I don't know, might have been like in a back and forth relationship with, if there's somebody like that in your life, they are stuck. Now, they could be stuck on you, or they could just be in general stuck, but somebody is in a stuck energy. So I want y'all to take it out and resonate, but give me a Akasha record on this, Spirit. Yeah, they got scattered energy. You have too much on your plate and have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted, overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being and create a new plan. Tell me more.
Let's do it for the door. She's like, yes.
Yeah, can you scoop out some for me too? Thanks.
Oh, so okay, go downstairs.
Speak your truth. Somebody needs to say. They've been silent too long. Whoever's been in contemplation hasn't been speaking up. That's where the self-worth is the challenge. They haven't been speaking up. So they got to rise to a higher vibration to let their voice be heard. Again, they need to get away from that situation. Spirit said, say less and say no more. We got this. They're currently going or will be going in the near future in a tower moment that's going to break all the silence and require them to speak up. Tell me more. Jumping in. You're being asked to take chances and give whatever you're requesting a try. The stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is the time. Exactly what I was saying. All right. Whoever this is needs to take some significant action in order for you to gain any trust for them. It says grounding. Okay, somebody need to go stand in the grass and just allow that to charge them up. Go outside, plant your feet in the ground, and enjoy the centering feeling this brings. Yeah. Person been in their head too much. One more. And then bottom of the deck. It says step back. You're being asked to step back from your from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it could be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. Yeah, somebody who was stuck in a situation and feeling all that obligation doesn't realize they don't have to. But if they step back out of that relationship, take a pause and move accordingly, like move differently, they can finally see where somebody's thinking or at with stuff. That, you know, it becomes clearer, I guess. Bottom of the deck. And you got to follow your passion. Yeah, if there's something that excites you and motivates you, it's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead to your abundance. Don't silence. Somebody need to let go. They had it out. They say let go, let God. Don't worry. Don't stay in a state of worry. Free yourself and follow your passion. The best thing you can ever do for yourself is to go where your love, move on, do what it is that you love, so it never feels like work. Be in relationship with people who have a symbiotic relationship with you. You know, interdependent, not codependent, where you guys work together to keep the home right. Yeah, so anyway, that's your reading, y'all. I hope that it resonates. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. We are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, which I believe. Wait a minute. What's today? Ends tomorrow, actually. So maybe, and they always say, I always hear plus or minus 5 days. So we will still be feeling the effects of the retrograde for a little while longer under the shadow period, but hopefully things will smooth out after that. But I appreciate y'all coming to the channel. Every like, every share, every subscribe, every interaction and or view is appreciated. All right. So in the meantime and in between time, peace, and I bid y'all adieu.